Here in the New Zealand Superbike Championships, race 2 of the weekend here, round number 4, Teretonga Park Raceway. Beautiful sunny day here in Invercargill, and our thoughts with Scotty Moyer, a high side out of the hairpin at a red flag. Hopefully he's a-okay, so we send our love to Scotty Moyer, and we're getting ready to go here. A 15-lap full restart here. This is going to be pretty good this morning. Track conditions perfect. Let's go racing with our Superbike Championship. The lights are out and a great start. Mitchell Rees much better than the first part of this race. Al Hoogie and Zach Fuller are going to be side by side with him as they go into turn number 1. It was a great start from Zach Fuller last time around. Can he repeat the dose on the outside of row number 1? Nothing in it as the three of them go around the loop here at Teretonga. And it looks like another good start from Zach Fuller, so look out for it. Out of the loop and on the run to turn number 2. There's a bit of swapping going on as they break hard. Al Hoogie up the inside. New race leader, Alice Hoogamoosum leads now into turn number 2. Zach Fuller there in second place. Mitchell Rees is going to capitalise on that there and go around into the S's as well, so we've got a bit of an update. Zach, 2 corners ago, was in the lead of this one, now back into third place. A bit of excitement. Looks like James Hoogamoosum, a good start for him on his R1 there in 4th place. Al Hoogie, this is what he needs to do. Get in front of this one here. See if he can stretch it out and go racing. It's been all Mitchell Rees so far in the championship. Can Al respond here? Teretonga's coming alive, and we've got a 15-lap Superbike race on the cards. We're in lap 1. And Alice Hoogamoosum leads across the stripe. Mitchell Rees right in behind him is only 0.1 of a second in that. Zach Fuller's the one in 3rd place with Dave Sharp and James Hoogamoosum. Just 0.3 of a second separating the battle for 4th and 5th place for them. Kevin Beaumont, Aaron Scott there. 6th and 7th place for them with Craig Coolham and Gary Jett, our 9 remaining runners. Al Hoogamoosum, this is something special. He had a great performance at Ruapuna last week. Unfortunately, a bit of a mechanical cost him on the last lap of the Grand Prix. It was going to be a showdown finish, but this one here is going to shape up beautifully. A 15-lapper on the cards, and in the S is our race leaders. Alice Hoogamoosum, the 2020 New Zealand Superbike Championship. In behind him, the 2021 New Zealand Superbike champion, Mitchell Rees. These two are going at it. Great mates off the track. Fierce rivals on the track. We're in for a showdown here. Look out for Zach Fuller, just getting better and better on his debut rookie season in the Superbike racing. Quality 3rd place on the cards for him. And look out for Dave Sharp and James Hoogie. They're rounding out our top 5 as we have a look at our front runners. It's still Al Nowry over Mitch. Just 0.1 of a second. They have matched identical lap times, both in the 58 to 58.92 for Al, 58.97 for Mitch. So nothing in it at the front. This is where Mitch Rees is so good around the loop in turn 1. And he's had a few big dive moves into turn number 2. It's been brilliant to watch so far. Superbikes are alive here in Teretonga. Go Al Hoogie into turn 2 and into the S's he goes. Mitchell Rees right behind him. Zach Fuller, wonderful job in 3rd place at the moment, and had his first trip to the podium at Ruapuna a week ago. He'd love to double down, repeat the dose here. We've got Dave Sharp, James Hoogamoosum, only 0.3 of a second between those 2 competitors as well. Dave, wonderful season on the cards for him. He's 3rd in the championship, and with the mishap to Scotty Moyer, that's playing right into his cards. 3rd in the championship, a 17-point buffer between him and Scotty. He looks to extend that here, and multiple trips to the podiums already this season as we go. And tick up another lap with our race leaders. It's Al and Mitch. Again, identical lap times, and 0.1 of a second remains the margin they have. But it looks like Mitch is a little bit closer to him on the back wheel. Around the loop, there's not much in it. Can Mitch look to have a run into turn number 2? He's been pretty good through this part all weekend. That's Al doing the defending at the moment. Al leads Mitch. Then Zach Fuller hanging on to that front 2 as well. So the more they jostle and have to block lines and do that, Zach Fuller will come alive. And this one here, look out for him on that M1 BMW. He's doing a magical job. In 3rd place, Dave Sharp, James Hoogamoosum. That's now even tighter than it was a lap ago. Just 0.1 of a second between that little fight going on. James Hoogamoosum just doing the South Island stint of this championship. And he's certainly a man to look out for coming alive here at the middle stage of the weekend. Race 2, they got another big 16-lap race at the end of the weekend, the final race of the day today. But at the moment, and we've got 11 laps to go as Al and Mitch continue to be identical lap times, low 59s for those 2 this time around. And we've got Zach Fuller just equal on there, but he's 1.4 seconds, so certainly not out of this battle, but he's slowly losing touch with our front 2, but those 3 have long gone. They are flying. We've got that battle in 4th and 5th place. Like we said, only half a second separating those 2 competitors. Dave Sharp, well done to those 2. Kevin Beaumont just doing this race here on the southern bolts and fasteners machine with Alpha Oils on board. The legendary Kevin Bowman, he's done a lot of laps around here. A beautiful Ducati machine, firing him to 6th place at the moment. As we look out, no change to our lead at the moment. Still out over Mitch. They're in the brickyard and running down to turn number 7. The elbow here at Teretonga. Well done to Al out of there. Nice, gets great drive out of there. That Althen Window Systems Blue Crew Yamaha has not missed a beat out of that final corner all day. And it's paying dividends at the moment as he leads Mitchell Reeves with 2 laps to go. We've got Zach Fuller a little bit quicker than those two in front of me. He was half a second quicker than Mitch that time around, and now it's only 1.1 second. Look out for Zach Fuller because he's coming along for the ride here. The front 3 battle is on. Dave Sharp and James Hoogie. That's even closer than it was a lap ago as well. So that battle is going to rage on for the next 10 laps. Kevin Beaumont, Aaron Scott with Craig Coolham and Graham Jarrett. That is your 9 remaining runners in Superbike racing here for the weekend. And look out for Al Hoogie, Mitchell Reeves, Zach Fuller. Throw a T-towel over the front 2, and then it's only a slightly bigger duvet that'll cover all 3 of them as we see them into the hairpin. Look out, Zach Fuller. This is an impressive showing from the young man. Debut ride around Teretonga, and he's straight in the deep end on that M1 RWR Fleet Maintenance BMW machine. A wonderful performance so far. At a podium performance a week ago at Ruapuna, and this is feeling pretty good for the young man who's back to the UK. He did a wonderful job in British Superbike racing, and looking for another campaign, and we'll love to follow the exploits of Zach Fuller, flying the flag for New Zealand in the BSB. He joins the likes of Damo Rees and Shane Richardson, who were in there as well. So we love our British Superbike racing, and we'll be following those 3 Kiwis with open eyes again in this calendar year as we look out of turn 1, the loop, and into turn 2. Mitchell has a little look up the inside. I think he might have got that done, so he's been good there all weekend, and now finally, with about 9 laps to go, he's pulled the trigger and got through on Al Hoogie, so a change for the lead. It's Mitchell Reeves on the Team Reeves Honda. He has now taken over the lead. Al, can he respond straight away? He's following him really closely through the hairpin and looking for a run down here. This is where Al's been good all weekend, so look out. They've been strong in separate areas, and Al and Mitch are going to go at it here. Zach Fuller, he'll love this. The more they dice, the more he can come along for the ride. And have a look at these split times, because I reckon it's going to be exciting to see how close Zach Fuller is this time around. We've got Mitchell now. He is going to lead across the stripe for the first time in this race here. Al Hoogie there in 2nd place. We've got a bit of an update here. We've lost Zach Fuller, so after we just talked about Zach, how close he was coming, we've lost Zach Fuller off the timing screen. We then go to Dave Sharp and James Hoogamoosum. They will be there in 3rd and 4th place. We've got now Kevin Beaumont up into 5th. We've got Craig Coolham right behind him as well, so look out for that. It's Aaron Scott on the Aprilia, so that's 6th place now for Aaron, and Craig Coolham is there, and which will be now 7th place. Graham Jarrett will be promoted up into 8th. So well done to those 2 out the front. They've had a bit of storm coming, but at the moment Mitchell Reeves 58.5 at last time around. So that's the quickest lap of the race. Now with a bit of clean track, can he break clear of Alistair Hoogenboosum? He's got a big winning streak on the go at the moment. He won 2 final races, including the Grand Prix at Ruapuna. He's turned up here and won the Saturday race. Now in the lead of this one here, so look out for it. Mitchell Reeves down the front straight, leads narrowly over Alistair Hoogenboosum. It's only 0.1 of a second, and it's Al that's responded. Al just sets the fastest lap of the race, a 58.4 for Alistair Hoogenboosum, and well, we're in for a showdown here. Halfway through the 15-lap rerun of the Superbikes here. Before we go into the lunch break, this is going to be something special as we see Al up the inside of turn 2, not quite close enough. This is where Mitchell Reeves has been so good all weekend, but good to show him a wheel. The defending Superbike champion will know he's got a fight on his hands here, and we had one for the ages at Ruapuna for the Grand Prix. This one shaping up to be no different. These guys have been inseparable so far in the South Island leg of the championship. And can we get him behind Al Hoogenboosum? Can he respond to the pressure? He's 2nd in the championship by 51 points, so he needs to start beating Mitchell Reeves. He doesn't want to let that get too big, that points lead. And right now, he's got about 6 and a bit laps to go down the front straight. Can he find something special? We'll look at lap times here now, because these guys are getting quicker and quicker as they tick off yet another lap, and it's no quicker. So 58.8 for Mitch, 58.9 for Al. It's 90.3 of a second in that one there, but have a look at it. It's brilliant. Here we go. And now with no Zach Fuller, Dave Sharp in 3rd place, and he's now lapping in the 59s. That's the quickest lap we've seen from Dave Sharp all weekend. 59.9 for him. And He's doing a great job holding off James Hugenboozem, but there's only half a second in that, so now that's the battle for the podium as well. Look out for James Hugenboozem. Battling for 4th and 5th might have been just a little bit mundane, but now there's a podium on the line here, so can James Hugie get involved in this one here? P4 for James Hugie on the Mega Motorcycle Centre Trevor Pierce Yamaha Metzger Builders machine, getting in behind the awesome former New Zealand Supersport 600 Grand Prix champion. And he'll be out there to fly now. Mitchell Rees, Al Hugie, they're the leaders. Then we go Dave Sharp, James Hugie, that's 3rd and 4th place. Kevin Beaumont, a good showing there. Top 5 for him at the moment, with Aaron Scott there in 6th. Craig Coulomb and Graham Jarrett there at 7th and 8th place, as we've got a non-starter for Scotty Moyer and a Zach Fuller machine that is trackside in turn 7. So Mitchell Rees and Alice Hugenboozem tick off another lap. They come through 0.3 of a second, separating that little fight going on around the loop at the moment. There's a couple of lap riders to contend with too, so look out for it. It's going to get pretty intense. Still only some 5 laps to go. Tyres will be starting to go. The heat in the track's getting a bit for these guys, so no mistake allowed here. There's nothing in that battle for the lead. Likewise, the battle for the podium too. Dave Sharp on that KMD Kawasaki. What a season he's having. He's had multiple trips to the podium. He'd be loving this one here if he can carry on in this podium streak he's got going on. A couple of trips at European and on task here for another one on the card. So let's go out of turn 7, our race leaders checking it out. We'll look at split times here because Mitch just had a little bit quicker than Al that time around. It's nearly 0.4 of a second now as we start getting into the nitty gritty. 4 laps to go. New Zealand Superbikes race 2 of the round 4 here at Teretonga Park Raceway. We've broken lap records in every other class. With a 58.4, we're still a good half a second off lap record pace here. But the way these guys are riding, these all on. So Mitchell and Al in turn 2 at the moment, out on the run to the S's. Just so good to watch these guys. They were just inseparable at Ruapuna a week ago. They've come to Teretonga and they are playing hard here. With Dave Sharp still there in 3rd place, but it's exciting. And our thoughts with Zach Fuller and Scotty Moyer, not part of this race here now. Hopefully everything A-OK for our likeable pair of Superbike campaigners that are not circulating any more of this race. Scotty with the crash in the first race. This restart here. Zach Fuller doing an awesome job in 3rd. Unfortunately, he's now trackside here, but we're still green flag racing with 3 laps to go. It's now out to 0.4 of a second. It was the 10th quicker from Mitchell that time around, of 58.6 versus Al's 58.7. There's a couple of lap riders ahead of them as well, so always something to look out for here as we're coming down to the business end. It was 3 wins at Manfield for Mitchell Rees. We then had a fuel pump technical malfunction for him. Then he had to come around in 10th place and race 1 at Ruapuna. That was one by Dale Finch of the KMD Kawasaki team, and then we went to Mitchell carrying on where he left off in the North Island, winning 2 races on the Sunday, including the New Zealand Grand Prix. So 5 race wins from 6 starts. He come to Teretonga. He's won another one on Saturday as well, so that takes the win streak to 3. He's been absolutely dominant so far in New Zealand Superbike racing. He loves it, and Team Rees Honda haven't missed a beat all weekend. Pole position and a win yesterday. This one here now. Out of turn 7 down the front straight. He'll have 2 more laps to hang on. Al was just slightly quicker, but it's still 0.3 of a second. He's got to find something special. He's got 2 laps. Can he do it? It's edge of your seat sort of stuff. The Blue Crew Al Therm Window Systems Yamaha team have found something special here for today's race. And can Al turn it into something special? Mitchell Rees hanging on into turn number 2. We then look to a hard-charging Dave Sharp, who's just getting slightly quicker every lap around and has got a 1.6 second buffer back to James Hugenboozem. So after we thought James might have been into the podium fight, it's now a decent little 1.6 buffer he's got to try and overcome. But still a wonderful showing from James Hugenboozem in 4th place. Kevin Beaumont, he's lapping in those 101.4s. He's been consistent there all day. He's got a decent buffer between him and Aaron Scott. So 5th and 6th place for those two. As it's starting to get exciting. The white flag's ready and waiting in the finish man's hand, and we're out of turn number 7. Mitchell Rees, Alice Hugenboozem. It's a little bit quicker for now, but it's 0.2 of a second with the white flag out. 1 lap to go. Is he going to have a big look into turn number 2? It seems to be Alice Hugenboozem right on the back wheel around the loop. It's going to be something special, but don't rule this one out. Edge of your seat sort of stuff here. Mitchell Rees leads Al Hugie out of the loop. And on the run into Castro here, he's going to have a little look up the inside. I think he's got it done. Well done. Al Hugie's in a little bit deep. He's going to have to try and pull it up. But Mitchell Rees is going to sit in behind him. This is a great move from Al Hugenbotham. This is what we need from Al. The 2020 New Zealand Superbike champion has responded to the pressure from Mitchell Rees, and he's got a half a lap to hang on. Mitchell's going to throw everything at him. Out of the hairpin, a great drive, Mitchell Rees. This is going to be a run into turn 7. Has Mitchell got something special? Looking out for it. They break hard into turn number 7. Al's left the door wide open. Can Mitchell go in there? No, Mitchell's not going to try and go in there. It's now going to be a drag race to the line. Al Hugie's going to lead out of turn number 7. Mitchell Rees is in behind him. What is going to happen when they drag to the line? It's going to be a showdown here, and Al Hugie's going to hang on. Brilliant race. And Alistair Hugenbotham, what a move into turn 2. Last lap stuff, edge of your seat, brilliant stuff, and he gets the win with a 58.4. Well done to him. That was the fastest lap of the race in that last one there. So Alistair Hugenbotham, wicked stuff. He is going to absolutely love that on the L-Therm window system, Blue Crew Yamaha. It was all on there. They were never separated by more than half a second for 15 laps. And Mitchell Rees has to settle for second, but he's still the man to beat in the championship. But well done to Al Hugie. Now gets it to a brilliant 46 points in the championship rather than 51. And you'd have to feel if he didn't respond there for Mitch to grab another 5 points on him would have been telling, but that is exactly what the championship needed. What a move, Alistair Hugenbotham. Unbelievable stuff. Dave Sharp gets home for 3rd place, so another great trip to the podium for the KMD Kawasaki race team, man. And he is having a wonderful summer and well in command of 3rd in the championship for Dave Sharp, so that's something exciting for him to look out for. We've got non-finishes for Scotty Moyer and Zach Fuller, so they won't be scoring points there. So the likes of Craig Coolham and James Hugenbotham, they'll capitalise on that one there. So the update we've got, Alistair Hugenbotham wins ahead of Mitchell Rees by .137, an absolute thriller. And then go back to Dave Sharp in 3rd place. Al Hugie gets home, James Hugie, sorry, Al's brother, comes home in 4th place there with Kevin Beaumont in 5th. Aaron Scott comes home for a quality 6th place ahead of Craig Coolham, and Graham Jarrett 8th place in our remaining runner in our New Zealand Superbike Championships race number 2 at round number 4, and a pivotal point in the championship. And what a response for Alistair Hugenbotham on the L-Therm Blue Crew Yamaha. Let's cross down to Neil because there'll be pure elation and absolute scenes down at Yamaha. Let's go down to Neil, who's got Alistair Hugenbotham, Mitchell Rees and Dave Sharp, our superstar Superbike podium for race 2 here on the weekend.
Well, just amazing to see a podium like this. We've not seen this podium in this order, folks. In fact, we haven't seen these same 3 riders up here as a trio before. The big news, of course, other than the fact that Mitch had a 10th place with a mechanical problem at Ruapuni last weekend. Every other race that he has finished, he has won, and for the first time beaten back to second. The second time we've had Dave here on the podium, and the smile on the face will tell it all. And well, Dave, as that race unfolds, so many stories to tell out there, but tell us about your one. Beautiful to watch.
Yeah, attrition I think was the the real story there, but no, I had James on my tail pretty hard, so I just tried to stay consistent. We made a few changes on the bike last night that they've worked, so it's really good. Still a bit off these boys at the front, but yeah, it's the bike's getting better and better, so yeah, hopefully.
What about that KMD team? Finally, we've seen a real Kawasaki team in the pits, man to man. You guys putting in a major effort, professional presentation. Must feel really positive to be around a good team like that.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, Grant, the team owner, is just over here. He's really got so much passion for the sport, and he's got a great team around him. Like, all these guys just work their ass off and make it easy for us riders, you know. So can't thank you guys enough. You're doing an amazing job, and let's keep going.
Oh, indeed. Hey, but Teretonga, it's a long way for you to travel. What do you think of this place?
Oh, I've been here a few times and I've never seen weather like this. Yeah, it's a phenomenal circuit. I mean, if this was in the North Island, I don't think any other track would get a look in. It's so fast and flowing, and it's just totally different to what we're used to, and probably more European, I guess. So yeah, to come here and try and build skills that I maybe don't have is really interesting.
Well done. Great honest answer, Dave. And all that. Where's the Kawasaki? Come on. Yeah. That's what we want. Listen to the crew. Well done. This is amazing to see. We're looking up that way, matey. Oh, here we go. Mitchell, tell us the story, mate. It was yours.
No, it wasn't, clearly.
All right, it was close to it.
Yeah, no, it was a good battle, you know, good few passes at the start there, and obviously Al stole it away on the last lap, and good on him, you know. I thought I'd covered it off, but not quite, and hey, it was just good fun. But she's hot work out there for Teretonga, so it's fantastic.
It is good. Hey, it's good for the sport. We love you winning. Everybody likes to be a winner, but hey, it's not bad to finish second. It keeps you very honest about what you're doing out there.
No, come on, Neil, you want to win? No, hey, it is good, and you know, hey, you want the points, but it's still obviously, you know, just great to have a great battle like that, and yeah, it's like I say, good fun.
I think people in the sport need to understand that you two are probably on your phones, on your Facebook, you're two #1 buddies, and here you are when it comes to the track, you go racing, but off the track it's good mates. It's a cool environment, isn't it?
Oh yeah, exactly. So, you know, especially when you have a good battle like that, you know, it's you don't mind so much when he's a good mate. So yeah, it's good.
It's a good feeling. All right, what are you going to do for lunch? You must be 2 bread rolls, isn't it?
Oh, 3, Neil, come on.
3, yeah.
KFC, yeah, we'll be in.
KFC will be in. Here, well done. Where's the Mitch Reeves fan club, hey? Yeah, thank you. And acknowledge it. So well done. So an opportunity to come right up here and into the limelight. It's hunger, mate. It's hunger. For 99% effort, you'll only get 99% reward. You went out there for 110%. Al Hoogie, well done.
Yeah, thank you. I don't want to keep banging on about all the troubles we've had, but it's just finally everything's ticking and we're where we want to be. Had to fight for that. Mitch is obviously so much quicker out of the final corner, but I felt I had. Obviously, it's easy to follow as well. Yeah. But we follow me, and obviously Zach was closing up, so Mitch decided to up the pace, and I thought, oh, here we go, can we hang on? But yeah, it's fantastic. It's good to see Yamaha back on top. So thanks to my team through the struggle of a rough start to the season, but hopefully this is it, and you see a few more.
Hey, back behind you, brother James, he's finished in 4th place and only just behind Dave here. So Team Hugenboosen putting in the effort today and getting the reward.
Yeah, it's really cool to have the family back at the track, actually. It's been a couple of years, which just been myself, so mum and dad are always at the track, but it's cool to have James here, obviously. Matthew, he's probably not watching, actually, but he'll be at home playing on his games, but no, it's a cool family environment, and I wouldn't have been doing it this long if the paddock was full of very pleasant people that we keep sticking around and doing it, and even through sort of the rougher times, it's you walk around and it's a great environment. The first one to come over and congratulate off your parts or oils or whatever is the main competition, and even the Cowie team and whatnot. So yeah, no, it's good to be back on the top, and I'm really looking forward to the last race.
Well done. How about that for a smile? Hey, listen, yes, great support out there. The pits are abuzz, and we are as well. And the brolly goes up. Nice team there behind the scenes. Well done to Danielle and Smokey clearing the tear from his eye. He's that excited about what's going on. So well done. Hey folks, lunch break on our program today. Hope you enjoyed the break. For those of you out there on Ctas, we're taking a break from racing. Super hot here in Southland. If you've heard the weather forecast, 27 degrees today. And I'll tell you what, when you're here on the black tar seal, you're probably more like a 30 standing where we are at the moment. You've got to love it in sunny Southland. We are as well. Round 4 of the Aon Team Pirelli Racing Series NZSBK is alive. It's well, it's hot and it's exciting. And you've seen by the racing just how cool it is. For those of you here at the track, please come over. The gate will be open, and you can come here to the infield. The hot food and catering is on over here, and you can take an opportunity to get all this cool atmosphere and go around and see your friends, your families, your fans, your faves, get their autographs, see the teams, get the posters, and be all part of it. NZSBK rocks as we enjoy more great Ctas live coverage of our sport all around the world. Cheers folks, have a great break, back soon.
Now you for that too. So I go back.